Boom, we're recording. William
All right.
the Dank. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm so excited. How are you, dude?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm well, man. Thank you so much for being here. It's like a huge honor.
Yeah, well, it's not often that you ever get invited to a podcast, so it's fun to do every once in a while.
So, my first question: what is it like when, because you're known like pretty synonymously in the WoW's community as one of the best battleship players to play. What's it like when you hit that 24 km shot over 3 islands and just dev strike a Henry? Do you just like,
Mm.
oh, that's just normal?
Well, my reactions on YouTube, and I clipped it, but it's like you know that sort of thing is never going to happen again, no matter how good you are, and so it's just wow, you know. It's like I can't really take credit for that because that's just the nature of battleships. But at the same time, no one else did it, so I guess I
Yeah.
kind of have to take credit.
Well, I mean, you got to take a little bit of credit because, like, to be excellent in battleships, you have to have a certain level of mechanical brilliance, right?
Mm, I'd say it's much less mechanics and much more just tactics, positioning.
Mm-hmm.
Because ultimately, you only shoot your guns once every 30 seconds. So what matters is where you're shooting from and who you're shooting at.
Yeah. Put yourself in the best position.
After some point, you can only aim so well. You know, if they decide to turn that way instead of this way, it happens.
Yeah. So, King of the Sea's coming up. Are you taking part A?
Tragically, I actually will not,
Oh my gosh.
because I have been planning a vacation the weekend of the finals for like
Oof,
months since April. So
dude.
I will not be taking part this season, but I am planning to do as much casting as I can. I won't be around on the weekend of the finals, but before that, I'm hoping to join up with Boo and SAT for casting.
Yeah.
And I don't tell anyone, but I might have messaged my favorite wargaming employee, and we're seeing if that goes anywhere.
Alright, guys. Don't. If you're watching, don't tell anyone. So what? So you've taken part in quite a few King of the Seas, haven't you?
Yep.
What goes into preparing for something like that?
Um. Well, for the first one, right, when you're just preparing from scratch, basically, because the first King of the Seas that ever came to NA was COTS 5. Preparing for that one, we did practices and scrims against other teams 4 or so nights a week for 2 months.
Oh my god.
So, and at that point in time, it was our very first tournament ever, right? We just came off of clan battles, which season one with all the drama that was, and the only thing that NA had ever had before that was Supremacy League. So it was kind of a new thing to everyone, but especially to us because we never done it before, basically.
Mm.
Um, and we put a lot of effort into making sure it went well. Um, and ever since then, really, it's been a little bit more chill. Basically, just adjusting to the differences between each season. Like, you get a couple of new ships, different maps, but mostly it stays the same. Uh, of course, there was the carrier rework and that season, but we don't talk about that too much.
Yeah. So, just for anyone that doesn't know, William the Dank, he is part of '07, right? I think you can make a very strong case they're the greatest clan to ever play this game. It's a very strong case.
Yeah, yeah.
How long have you been in
I
'07?
mean,
Oh, we
in
lost you.
all, in, I
Say again,
can't hear
sorry.
you at all.
Are you there? Have we got
Oh,
you?
yeah, there we go. You're back.
Gotta love
I
wireless
don't think I
connections,
heard the
right?
last question.
So you so you're part of '07. How long have you been in '07?
Uh, since before it was '07.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, people have been around long enough will remember Clan Battle Season 1. Uh, '07 did not exist until about 2 weeks before the end of it. And that's an entire other story piece of drama. But before there was '07, there was Salty.
Really?
And as far as Salty goes, I was there at the beginning, basically.
So
Like,
you would have been playing since like closed beta then, yeah?
yep. I remember I bought a Sims to get into closed beta.
Whoa. Dude, you're like the first whale. Guys, you're looking
Uh,
for all you whales out there. This is your grand whale. Guy.
I yeah, but back in the day, to get into the closed beta, I think you had to pay like $40 for a Sims or $30 for a Warspite. I don't remember, but I got one of them, and that was Warships. And before that, I played World of Tanks a lot.
Oh,
So
okay.
I've been playing wargaming products since like 2010.
Forever, dude.
Mm.
Do you know that's half my life ago? Isn't that
More than
crazy?
half of mine ago.
That's crazy, man. 2010 was half of my life ago.
It's kind of insane to think about. I played I played World of Tanks when there were three uh three nations, and they were like American destroyers didn't or tank destroyers didn't exist yet.
Yo,
So
that is actually
that
forever
was
ago.
that was something. It's something to think about. Oh man, playing on some crappy, desktop from Best Buy with integrated graphics.
Yeah. You saved all summer to get, right?
But but I one day I saved up for a GT 520,
Oh my god.
and instead
Look
of
out.
instead of like 16 FPS, we were getting 40.
That's game changing.
Hell yeah.
That's game changing, bro.
And my stats went up a lot because of that.
Yeah, I noticed that. So I upgraded my computer like 2 years ago, right?
Mm,
I noticed that I significantly because I was getting like 16 frames on my old laptop,
yeah,
so pretty good.
that's unplayable.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, dude. The computer I got now, I got like 75 frames, and that's what I'm just like
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean,
The
once you
difference.
get to a certain point, it doesn't matter anymore, especially for warships. But yeah.
16 frames, bro. So you guys at '07 are pretty well known for not liking carriers. That's a fair
What
assumption,
makes you
right?
say that?
Oh,
We've
I don't
got
know.
some of the nicest men in the game who happen to play that class.
Really? So yeah, I was gonna ask,
Yeah.
are you guys allowed to play carriers in your spare time? Or like BFK come down from the
Mm,
lodge and slap you down?
it's frowned upon.
It's frowned upon, really.
We call them creatures. We've got
Creatures.
our own tamed creature. We've got Mothra.
I love that.
Uh, but I mean, I'm sure you guys know about like the hunting divisions, Kid Aki Aki, that sort of thing. It was good times.
Yeah, because you guys, well, not you guys, but BFK got spoken to by Wargaming for griefing, didn't he?
Uh, no, it was actually it was unreal. It was mostly unrelated,
Oh, really?
and it just kind of got caught by certain members of the community and twisted around. But it wasn't as bad as it looked like from the outside.
Oh, I
That's all
see.
I can really say without breaking NDAs.
Yeah, 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 naturally. So, Kid Aki Aki. So, I'm a carrier player, right? Full disclosure, I play
Oh,
carriers.
oh God,
Yeah, no,
I
yeah.
think I need to excuse myself. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah. But, like, look, I'm not an idiot. I know they're broken. But, like, so I got into
That's good.
carriers. I got into
Better than
carriers in
better than
8.
some.
I got into carriers in 8.0, right?
Mm.
Basically on rework. And I realized, well, I'm going to get 2 carriers a game and I'm going to get dunked on. So, why not just do the dunking? Because, like,
Might as well
otherwise,
be the one.
I'm going to get 0 damage every game and hate it. And, like, my question in a kind of long-winded kind of way is how do you think wargaming can fix carriers to provide a more fun and engaging experience for all?
Mm, I'd say that there are two main things that I've always spoken about that I feel really strongly would help with the carrier situation. The first is to add AA range buffs back. So before the carrier rework, most ships in the game had like 5 kilometer AA, and you can buff it up to 6, and then you can buff it up to 7.2, and then suddenly that's like a really long way for planes to fly through. You're
Mm,
gonna be risking losing a lot of planes no matter what. But these days, it's just 6 kilometers. That's it. You don't get to change it at all. You don't get to
yeah.
improve it. You don't get to surprise them. You don't get to. I remember there's just this one clip of like the COTS 7 last game of the internationals, '07 versus Omni. Big stuff. And the this little Hakuryu dive bomber squad. Back in the day, they would drop the bombs early, and then they would just fly them around because they went faster when you were not carrying bombs. And so this little dive bomber squad comes pop, 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 um, over right towards one of our boosters, and the booster uh, only got spotted from by aircraft at 7.2 kilometers, but that bad boy had 8.6 kilometer AA.
Oh
So
my
what you do
god.
is you just turn it off. You wait for them to be at 7.2, and you press defensive fire, and the squad gets
And
deleted before it can escape.
crush that man. You just end it.
And you could do that. You could surprise carriers and like get the better of them
Mm,
by basically actually interacting with the planes. Whereas these days, you don't get any sort of interaction. Your interaction is you look to one side of your ship and you press O,
yeah. Yeah.
or whatever key you have bound for that,
Hmm.
and then you just kind of sit there very
And
politely and say, please, let's get this over with so that I can continue to actually have fun.
and you just hope they eat flak, right?
And flak is worthless against any good player.
Well, yeah.
Like, a good player might eat it like once every other game, but it's not something that you rely on at all. Therefore, it's
Yeah.
mostly worthless.
That's why I think boats like Holland and Ragnar are so strong. And Golden and the Golden Lion, like the continuous AA is actually
Yeah,
cracked.
they have DPS,
Yeah.
and even good players have to go to serious lengths to dodge DPS,
Hmm.
which is why they're actually like decent against carriers. But of course, those ones have, especially Ragnar, Holland, Smalland, they have completely different problems in the form that of no smoke. So they
Yeah.
can't, if a carrier wants to spot you, then yeah, he'll lose his planes, but he'll still spot you.
Yeah, because
And
the damage
that
has
that's
never
actually
been.
the second change that I always wanted for aircraft carriers, make it so that they only spot for themselves.
Yeah. So I had a pretty cool idea, right?
Mm.
You only spot for yourself, but you know when you're playing in a cyclone
Hmm.
and it shows up where the enemy boats are on the minimap,
Yep,
it's exactly what you do, right?
exactly.
It's easy,
That's literally it.
bro.
Like
We
you
fixed it,
just make it so that they show up on the map, but they don't render. They're like the little hollow triangle instead of
yeah,
the solid one.
dude. We did it. We solved it,
Easy. Send it off to Wargaming. Problem solved.
guys. We did it. I'm so excited. We're making differences. Yeah. Apparently,
I mean,
Wargaming have tried
it's
that,
uh,
but apparently they didn't like it.
apparently. Yeah, I mean, it's really just kind of exemplified by the meta in like carrier clan battle seasons.
Mm.
You get like this season or last season, take your pick. This season, before they brought in restrictions and bans, you just ran like four Huang He,
Yep.
because they could just, continuously smoke each other. You just put two on one side of the map, two on the other side of the map, and they would never be spotted.
Hmm.
only way to beat infinite spotting from two carriers, from two Ryujos, is to, make it literally impossible to be spotted.
Yeah. And it's so
And
expensive trying to drop those flag
in,
those
in the in the previous season, we saw the exact same thing early on. You get like we were running like Colombo, Venice, 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 and then like Haku, obviously, and like two other ships that I can't remember. But
Yeah.
the strategy is literally like if the carrier comes over, you have a button that says no,
Mhm.
and that's what every other ship in the game lacks: a button to say no.
Yeah.
So another great idea on top of that would be like make defensive fire matter, because
Well,
defensive fire does not matter
against good players.
against good players who don't eat flak.
Mm.
Defensive fire matters like basically zero, especially if you've
Yeah.
got like your torpedo bombers that have a heal,
Oh my
and you
god, dude.
can extend the duration of the heal so that you can heal through the fighters.
Yeah.
Like the fighters are pew 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 pew, but you're just healing, and it's like no planes die.
Yeah.
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 So there's three ideas. Send them off to Wargaming. Problem solved.
Done. It's over. I hope we get credit, right?
Mm,
We probably won't though.
yeah. I don't like dwelling on stuff that you can't really make a difference about. Anyways, the carrier question has been asked and answered so many times over the last. Has it been like 2 years yet?
I feel like it has.
I have no idea.
I
I
feel
don't
like it's
remember.
been 2 years. But like a lot of people don't remember the before times.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's easy to forget about the before times, honestly, because in the before times, it wasn't that much better. It's
Yeah.
just like in random battles, it was way worse. But at least in things like COTS, where the enemy is going to have an aircraft carrier, because you get to have an aircraft carrier. At least you can spec against it,
Mm.
and you know that specking against it actually helps.
Yeah.
Like the Wooster that deletes an entire squad before it can run out of the AA range. Whereas these days, there's no, there's no 100%. You are not allowed. No, go
Hmm.
away. Go somewhere else. There's nothing like that anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I mean, like, boats like Des Moines used to be AA monsters.
Mm. I mean, Wooster was always the one and only.
Yeah. Oh, and Minnow. And Minnow.
No, Minnow didn't have defensive fire. Don't you remember? Defensive fire used to matter.
Oh, yeah. I don't even think about defensive fire, dude. I
Defensive fire used to matter so much. I don't remember if it was like 200% more DPS or what, but there was no flak. It was all just
Yeah.
DPS.
Shredded.
And yeah, planes actually died.
I think today
But
that
of
would be
course, if they
illegal.
didn't die, then you get deleted. So
Yeah, well, that's it, right? See, a lot of people don't remember in the before times when
yeah,
battleships actually got one-shotted.
it used to be that it was over quickly.
Is that
Now
better though?
it's much slower and more painful, I'd say.
Yeah, but is that actually better?
Mm, probably not,
Yeah.
because now you can't do anything about it anymore.
Well, I mean that's true, right? So like you got two options. You can either die in 4 or 5 minutes, where you can still do the thing, but you'll get deaded, or there's a chance that you can shoot down all the planes. I mean,
Mm.
if not, you're dead.
If you spec against it,
Yeah.
then you're fine.
Yeah.
But if you don't, then you're not fine.
You're so not fine.
And it would be nice to at least have the option, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. See, like
But
in
these days we
COTS.
get like two AA captain skills, and that's
Uh,
basically it.
yeah, it's two. It's two.
And there's like the 3 million module that no one ever takes
Yeah,
because that would
it's
be stupid.
the worst, dude. I
It's
don't
a
know.
joke.
I don't know
Two more
anyone that
flak
runs.
puffs against a good player who avoids the flak anyways.
Yeah, I mean the only carrier that flak actually matters against is FDR because it's too fucking slow to miss the flak.
Mm.
Like, I think I was listening to someone and we posited that it was 16 flak clouds was the number of flak you needed to reach to neutralize an FDR.
I don't I don't remember enough about the system
Yeah,
to speak to that, but I'm pretty sure that's a lot of flak.
that's a lot, dude. That's two
Like,
golden lions worth of flak.
yeah, that sounds like 3 or 4 ships
Yeah,
all working together.
or two Petros.
Is it?
Yeah, if you spec into it, it's two Petros.
All right. Well,
I
there you go.
hate that garbage boat. I'm
Mm.
gonna start a petition. I want your support. Ban Petro. Just get it
Uh,
out.
surprisingly enough, you actually won't find it here.
Really?
Um, as far as random battles, obviously it's busted. Especially if you got a good player in it who knows how to handle it. But for competitive scenarios, uh, I don't really see the big deal. Like if you if you think it's that strong, then just play it and play it better than the other people.
Yeah, but then it just becomes a matter of trading, and isn't that boring at the higher levels?
Mm-mm. Not really. Petro, I mean, the improved AP especially incentivizes like aggressive play, trying to get flanking on people, because the HE is supposed to be pretty garbage.
Yeah.
So it's the sort of ship that rewards playing actively if you can. If you
Hmm.
find an opportunity, exploit it.
Yeah. So let's put our
That's
prediction
just my
cap.
opinion.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's what I'm after. That's what we're here for, right? So, if you had to guess, unbiasedly, how do you think this COTS will go?
Mm.
Because Vor looked so good last season.
Unbiased? I'm pretty
Unbiased.
biased.
I know you're gonna
I'll be
say
honest. It's
'07 are
hard.
gonna win
It's hard
every
to leave
single game.
that. It's hard to leave that at the door because,
Yeah.
from my point of view, uh, '07 is the winningest team in the history of North America. Like, I don't think there's anyone who can really argue against that, especially with regards to COTS.
Yeah.
And what is the competition? Admittedly, last season we had a pretty terrible season, and that was nobody's fault except our own.
Hmm.
Um, but since then, I think we've trimmed off a lot of the fat that was getting clumped on. We've reworked our mindset, and I just I just don't see anyone else being able to put up a good enough fight to beat that.
You mean in North America or in internationals as well?
In North America,
Right.
international is a completely different ballpark.
Yeah.
It's very unpredictable, especially because metas between servers tend to be very wildly different.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
largely internationals just depend on which server discovered the best meta.
Hmm. Yeah. Like last season, it was shocking. We had two SCA
Yeah, there were
teams.
a couple of SCA teams who decided to just play like Clubber Macho
Yeah.
because you only get one ban, and so it's like, well, if they ban Clubber, you can't ban Marceau, and we still get to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Uh, so they did it, and it worked out for them, and it turned out to be the best meta, the superior one.
So I casted all of the SCA regionals. I have to
Mm,
say, every game was just 4 or 5 Marceaus and Klebs doing the thing.
yep,
Yeah. Yeah.
doing the things.
And then I watched the North American servers, and you had like Nevsky smoke trains and all this wonderful shit. And I was like, where is this in my life? I don't want to watch 4 Marceaus trading. That's boring,
it
man.
it was Pride. It's called Pride, and
Yeah.
it has been swallowed. I hope. Uh, well, honestly, the reason why we never tried a Clubber Marceau comp is because we thought, come on, there's stuff like Venezia and there's stuff like Nevsky. How on earth are Clubbers and Marceau gonna beat those? But they did.
Dude.
So,
Those French destroyer classes. It's a whole new class of destroyer.
eh, it's just gunboats, superior gunboats.
Yeah. I got a prediction. Do you want to hear it?
Mm. Let's go.
Ragnar is going to break cots.
Why?
It does not die to other destroyers. Cannot be penned by other destroyers. It's got a 30 mil hull, right?
Haraguma.
Yeah, but who runs Harugumo? I've seen one run ever. And that was in
Well,
internationals, wasn't it?
if you see enough of Ragnar, maybe people will play it.
I mean, maybe.
And I can speak from experience that if a Ragnar runs into a Goomer, that Ragnar does not have smoke. And that Goomer can pump out a lot of damage in 20 seconds.
I mean, it can. It can. It can. But then, it's got radar and speed and guns, dude. It's just got everything. The Ragnar is an impressive
Doesn't have
car.
torps.
It does not have torp. But here's my question. This is a genuine question, right?
Hmm.
At the higher levels, how useful are actually torps? Like, really, how useful are they?
I'd say they're more useful than you think.
Really?
It's not the damage of them so much as it is the zoning.
Yeah.
Because, especially speaking as a Battleship player, you always have to be aware, okay, where was the destroyer last seen? Where can I expect torps to be coming from? Can I expect them to be coming at me? And if so, where does he think I'll be so that I can not be there?
Yeah.
It's you have to put in a lot of extra thinking and like and mental work in order to deal with something like a 20 km Shima, uh,
Yeah.
rather than something like I don't know what's a destroyer that has short range tropes that gets played a lot. Daring.
Daring?
You have to think a lot more about a Shima with 20 km torps than you have to think about a daring.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because you can always kite off, right? Against a daring.
Yeah. You can always just be like, okay, well, I'm hard spotted, so I'm gonna make sure that there's no way for him to get that close to me.
Yeah.
Easy. Problem solved.
Against
But
like a
Shima,
shimmer? Oh, dude.
that could come at you anytime. He could be anywhere and he'll still chuck him. And
Yeah.
it'll still get to you.
He's going to crush you because they hurt, dude.
Mm.
They
So you have
hurt.
to there's the torpedoes. They're 10 kilometers away, but they're coming toward where I'll be. So I need to be somewhere else. And that takes time. And it takes effort, and it takes a little bit of coordination, because the time that you're spending avoiding torpedoes is time that you're probably not at the angle that you'd like to be shooting at the target you'd like to shoot at.
Mm.
All sorts of things.
Yeah, so you're kind of taking time off playing the video game not to die, right?
Exactly. So you have to take time off from shooting at people and supporting your teammates to make sure you don't get burned to death or flooded to
Yeah.
death.
That's how broken it destroys, dude. How
Not
broken
as
are they?
broken as battleships, I'll bet.
Dude, oh my goodness Christ. Dude, so, right, that actually flows right into my next question. Why would you. So, who signs up to play a class that every other class is designed to farm and you're really slow? They have good range. So, like, who signs up for that?
Someone who knows that it's not all about them.
Yeah?
Yeah. So whenever I'm finished with a game, like in a competitive context, if I haven't taken any damage that game, I consider that to be a failure.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm not taking damage, that means that someone else is probably taking damage.
Yeah.
And they aren't as good at taking damage as I am, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm a battleship. Therefore, for the next game, or for the next time we play that map, that side, or whatever, I need to figure out what to do in order to take that damage off of my teammates and put it onto me.
Yeah. Yeah, because, like, a nose in Kremlin never dies.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh,
Wow.
they can die. It takes a bit of effort.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's time, right?
Exactly.
Time's a
It's
massive
time
resource, isn't it?
that it's time that the enemy team is spending not shooting at other people.
Hmm.
And while they're not shooting at other people on your team is hopefully, if you've got a good strategy and you're not being outplayed somehow, it's time that they're using well to do damage to the enemy.
Yeah. So I heard a really cool definition of competitive play, and I want you to listen to it, and I want your opinion of it. Okay.
All right.
High level competitive clan battles and Kings of the Sea is the team that wins is the team that establishes and abuses crossfires and map control the best. Your response?
Hmm. I think I can simplify it.
Go on.
The team that wins is the team that finds the most unfair thing that they can do and does that.
Oh, I like that. I like unfair things.
Hmm.
I mean, I'll carry a player,
I like
right?
unfair things too. I like being very unfair. I like being so unfair that it's not possible for the enemy to win.
Dude, I can respect that.
And that's honestly kind of how I look at everything. Like, if we do this strategy, what part of it is unfair?
Hmm.
How do we have an edge over the enemy team? How can
Yeah.
we make sure that it's not just like about fire RNG or Citadel RNG or like some random thing,
Who
right?
has the
How
best
can we make
healing?
sure that the outcome is weighed in our favor and not theirs
Yeah.
before the battle even starts?
Just play CV, right? That's unfair.
That's pretty unfair. I'd say that's probably one of the most unfair things you can do.
It's up there. It's
Definitely.
it's it's up there. But I love carriers. I can't help but not play them. Like sometimes I feel like a scumbag, and then I think, well, they could have played carrier, right?
You do know there's only one per game, right? One on
I,
each side.
I think that should be removed. We should have six
There's
aside.
there's a good 22 other people whose next 15 20 minutes of their lives you're kind of impacting there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's unfair, right?
Very unfair.
So all's
That's
fair in
why
love
when
and
you
war.
get the option between running 3 battleships or running 2 battleships and a carrier, you run the carrier.
Yeah, yeah. Carrier offers so much, right?
That's the reason why the only battleship that really deserves to be run in a tier 6 clan battle season is Issei.
Yeah. I mean, that's also half a carrier, right? Or is it really half? Is it
Good
half a
point.
quarter? Yeah, right. Yeah, dude, you get it. Um,
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. I've gotten a lot better at dropping torpedoes lately.
yeah, you getting addicted to it? You gonna?
Uh, I like dropping them on little Huangs in smoke
Yeah,
and like seeing if they scatter, seeing if they run out, get
yeah.
scared.
Just imagine that at tier 10. Think of all the
Ugh.
mean things you could do, dude. You could be a part-time creature player.
I'm super test. I
Oh,
I've tried those things,
right.
but
Obviously, we can't
before
talk about it, but
when they were more broken and before anyone
yeah,
else got to get their hands on it.
yeah, you get to,
So
you get
that's all
pre-warning.
I'll say about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can't talk about super test stuff. I don't want to get you in trouble and shit. So you're a pretty quiet guy. You're pretty reserved, pretty like within yourself, right?
Mhm.
What's it like playing with PQ?
Oh, PQ. I respect the man, honestly. Like
Yeah,
he's made a really good name for himself streaming. He's had a lot of success there. He's had a lot of success in like COTS and comp in the past. Um, but I think the thing about playing someone who's like that is that there's kind of this syndrome that I've noticed in a lot of Battleship players, and it happened to Static, and I feel like it's happening to PQ, where they just like they start to make excuses.
hmm,
Like, oh, well, the only reason why I'm doing bad this game is because I have a famous clan tag, or because I'm famous. or because I don't know, battleships are bad.
Yeah.
But that sort of mindset and that sort of attitude is never really. I've never given it any credit
Uh-huh.
because ultimately, if you know that you've got a good clan tag that people are going to go after you for, or if you know you're a streamer and people are going to go after you, well, that's just part of being in a good clan or being a big streamer, right?
Yeah, that's the
That's
trade-off,
you,
right?
you accept that that's going to happen in return
Mm.
for whatever you're getting in return,
Yeah.
and you just have to deal with it. And making excuses isn't going to help.
That's super. Yeah. No, I 100% agree. I'd never thought about it like that. Like, excuses don't really get you anywhere, right?
Yeah,
Like,
like if you have a bad game, take a look at that game. Figure out, okay, what could I have done better?
mm,
Because I definitely could have done something better, and I just haven't realized it yet, or I don't know about it yet. And even if you have a good game, how could this game have been better? Right? Like
yeah.
if my team wins with like some sort of crushing victory, but also we had a well, I don't know about crushing victory, but if like it was a close victory, like we won, but not by much.
Mm,
What could I have done better to make it less close? What could anyone have done? It's really important part of becoming a better player to just be critical of yourself. And absolutely, if at all possible, do not be critical of other people before you've been critical of yourself.
yeah, because then it
That's
looks
the
like
only way you're ever going to improve.
if you're a better player, that also looks like you're punching down, right? You're taking your
Mhm.
frustrations out.
Sure. Like just berating people in all chat or in in-game chat, like what's that what's that gonna do? You're not gonna
Yeah.
make them better by typing a few sentences angrily after you died or after they've died.
Yeah, because I mean,
That's not gonna make anything better. It's a waste of effort.
who actually reads all chat, right? I don't.
Clearly not that shitter on the enemy team.
Dude. Dude, so right. I'm really jealous of the North American server for one reason.
Hmm.
You guys all speak the same language. You guys all talk to each other, right? Do
We
you know what I
mostly
get on
got
the
it easy.
Do you know what I get on the SCA server?
Boxes.
Box 45%, box
Yeah.
NMSL, box. I'm like,
Yeah.
what did you just say to me? Like, hello?
You'd have to crack open Google Translate every single time.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah.
because my client doesn't actually recognize their characters, I'll never know. I'll never know, dude.
Yeah. I don't envy that.
It's it's fucked, man. You just see NMSL and like, oh, okay, they're yelling at me. Right. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, something about our mothers.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
interesting.
your mother died. Or I don't know
Yeah.
exactly. People will tell me in the comments. You fucking idiot, I've
Mm,
told you this before. Why don't you remember?
yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's not like they don't have the money for a translator, right? I don't feel like it'd be that hard to implement. Like I've got no background in computer
Mm,
sciences or engineering or any of that useless shit. Can't you just do the thing, right?
just do the thing.
Yeah, just do the
What?
thing.
Do which thing?
Yeah, do the thing. Just get someone to translate it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Um, translating things is hard. And I think if you gave that many API requests to Google Translate, you might get a very strongly worded letter with very scary language headed your way.
We will cut your funding, but we're not funded by you. We will cut it.
We will sue you for your distributed denial of service attack
Yeah.
on our data centers.
So, how did you get into playing Water Warships?
Played tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, got tired of tanks. Figured warships was more interesting, more fun. Started playing boats.
Really? So you
Yeah,
went
pretty
from pay
much.
to win to play to have fun?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, by
Yeah.
the time I was done with tanks, it wasn't that pay to win anymore. Like you could get gold ammo for credits at least.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I actually know nothing about tanks, dude. I haven't played a single game, which
Yeah,
is
it's
unfortunate.
been a long time. I don't I don't miss it that much.
Really?
Mm, no, not really.
Okay.
I wasn't that amazing at it anyways.
So
My
you.
stats were forever ruined by that dang 11-year-old who
Oh,
used to play on my
dude.
account.
Dude. I really wish I could go back and punch 16-year-old me in the face. But, like, stop YOLOing, you idiot.
Mm,
Yeah. Forever at 45%, dude. I can never
yeah.
get back up. Ever.
I'm pretty much done with caring about stats, honestly.
Yeah, well, you got like a
Like
97% win rate, dude. That's
there
why.
there was a time a couple years ago when I was like, oh man, if I play a battleship in a random battle, my PR is gonna go down, dude. I'm only playing destroyers, bro. Nope. I'm mm-mm. But now I don't give a crap.
Yeah. Well, because, like, what do stats really matter to someone like you, right?
Mm. After a certain point, they don't.
Yeah, because,
Honestly,
like, what
like
can what
after
can
a
de-
certain point, it's like, oh wow, yeah, you got 3,000 PR. Let's see what you played. Oh, like 70% destroyers.
yeah, or
That
Thunderer.
wow. Now battleships are really hard to get PR on. Like I would be impressed with someone who had like 2,500 PR.
Yeah,
Yeah, in any battleship pretty much, because it's very difficult to get like astronomically above average levels of damage and kills and stuff in battleships.
yeah. I mean,
All
like,
the like the RNG and like other people being decent at the game drags everyone kind of towards the middle.
mm, yeah,
So if you're playing something like a daring, I'm I haven't checked in a while, but I'm like 99% sure that I have the best daring leaderboard on the NA server and probably in the world because I just ground that shit out before they started nerfing it.
Prime Daring was actually cracked.
It was disgusting.
It was a thing of brilliance, really.
Yeah. I'll actually just check right now because it's been so long. I'm I'm pretty sure that because I finished grinding it and I've never touched it a single time after I finished, that it is physically impossible for anyone to match the stats that I got with it.
Yeah. Do you know a fun
Just
fact about the
just
Daring?
because it's nerfed.
Do you know a fun fact about the Daring? It was actually made by
What's
Australians.
is that so?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the English built it, but the Australians actually sailed it. Which is kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're like, yeah. Do you know about American ships? There's a few of them, right?
There you go for your viewing pleasure.
All right, let's have a look. Let's take them off the screen for a second. Just made you massive. Oh, well, it's okay. All right, let's have a look. Pretty sure he's got 4,000 PR. Oh my god, dude.
It is definitely not possible to get numbers like that anymore.
Oh my god. All right, guys. So usually I wouldn't take the guest off the screen because, that's rude, right? But, like, I just want to. William the Dank, 80 battles. 4,500 PR, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And
he's known as a.
everyone knows me as the Battleship guy
He's a
because that's what I
battleship
play in
player, right?
competitive. But I've always kind of prided myself in being able to play anything because another thing that I've noticed over the years is people who main one class lack a certain level of understanding of all the other classes,
Yeah.
and that makes them like um a lot less able to adapt to situations and do well in competitive.
Yeah.
Because if you know what the enemy can do, then you have a better understanding of what your own capabilities are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's important to have that sort of all-round background,
Yeah.
well-rounded, instead of just focusing on exactly one thing in everything that you do, right? Like I play Battleship in competitive. That's what I do. But everything else, I'll play it, whatever. I clearly I had a great time with Daring. I loved that ship before they started nerfing it.
Ruined it.
It's not that bad. It's just not disgusting anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they had to make room for Vampire 2, right? They
Yeah.
had to, like, get the side grade to be good. Because it's not really an upgrade, is it? Have you played it?
Vampire?
Yeah.
Not much. No,
Oh,
honestly.
neither have I. So, like, from what I understand, it's not really an upgrade, but it's like a legendary mod. But you pay a
Yeah.
billion research rare points for.
You swap a couple of stats around and woohoo, it's a new ship.
Yeah. It's completely different. Yours now,
Yeah.
$4.99.
Pay us lots of what is it, steel? I don't know.
Now it's research bureau points, bro.
Oh, research bureau. Oh
Oh
god.
my
Well, that's
god.
that's why I couldn't be cared.
I'm never gonna
That's
get
why
it.
I couldn't be bothered to get it.
I'm never gonna get it.
Yeah.
I was determined to get Ohio and Slava, and then I realized exactly how much pain and suffering that is. So I'm just like, nah,
Yeah.
I'll just play Montana. It'll be fine.
I mean, I got Ohio because kind of had to, but I don't need Slava. I don't need Vampire.
Yeah, I mean, for competitive reasons, you have to get Ohio, right?
Yeah. The rest of them was just not worth the effort.
It is so much effort, though. Like, it's so much.
Yeah.
What is it, like 5 lines? Something like
Man,
that?
I'm not in college anymore. I got a job. I, I
Yeah, you have
got
a
I got
life.
shit to do.
You have a
I
life,
can't
bro.
just like spend every day like 8 hours a day quiet. I can't just spend like 8 hours a day grinding World of Warships so I can reset the line and grind it again, and then I get a new boat to play in World of Warships.
Bro, I feel like you're calling me out.
Shut up.
I feel
No,
like you're calling me out.
it, it's someone else.
I feel like you're describing my day, like my average day.
Well, hey man, if that's you and you're all set, then power to you.
Yeah. Do you know that's
But
the only reason I got into streaming? I was like, well, I play all day every day anyway, so like,
might as well make something out of it.
yeah, have some
Yeah,
fun.
I used to be like that, like back before gainful employment, before finishing college, before responsibilities,
But in the before times, that's my favorite new term, the before
in the
times.
before times. I like it.
Yeah, it's good, man. Dude, I'm really sad we're not gonna get to see you in cards.
Yeah, I'm sad
Cause
about it too, but it was bound to happen one day.
one day, you guys have so many massive names in '07. It's actually like crazy, man. Like, so there's a few
Every
people
single one of them earned it.
there's a few people I'd love to interview, right? You're off my bucket list, right? You're up there.
Got
Oh, got him. But like John, oh my god, dude,
him.
dude. I've hung out with him a couple of times, like on his stream. I
Mhm.
just don't understand it. I just don't get what he does. He sees it differently. Is he a computer?
Honestly, I haven't even interacted with him that much. He joined us kind of after that point when like I started having stuff to do.
Yeah,
So I couldn't tell you. You'll have to ask him yourself.
yeah. John Malta. I'd love to interview Malta and PQ.
Malta's great.
Yeah, but dude,
Yeah, I every single one of them has earned their uh, their big name in the community.
yeah,
Because it no matter what happens, it takes some serious effort to win tournaments like that and to
mm.
to be at or near the top of everything for so long.
Yeah. It's actually, and they're all massive streamers. They're all massive.
Hmm.
It trips
Of
me out,
course,
man.
it's free money
It's
basically.
free money. If you earned any more, you'd get like charged for robbery, right?
Mm. Well, you definitely have to tell the IRS about it.
Yeah, it trips me out though. Like I watch video games, but I play video games. But like, I don't watch other people play video games. I watch streams to talk to people. But men actually watch other men play video games. It trips me out. And sometimes they give them money. Blows my mind.
Yeah,
Man.
it's giving the money is the part that I never understood. It's like you got all this content here for free. Why would you just like start paying for it out of the goodness of your heart? But that's just me.
Guys, don't let William take that away. You can still donate to me. It's okay.
Hey man, I'm sure this man this man deserves it.
Dude, don't let William scare you off. It's not illegal. Checks in the mail. But no, I gotta like stop being silly. I gotta be serious. William's all dressed up. Looks really nice. I look like a slob.
I freaking wear Hawaiian shirts every day, man. You don't even know. I love this.
Really? Dude, I respect you so much more.
Hey man, they say dress for the job you want, not the job you have.
You want to be drinking mojitos on Hawaii or no?
Damn straight.
Yeah, we got it, dude. So this is why William's got to play in COTS, guys. He's got to go to Hawaii, man. Fuck. Dude, we're going to start a crowd fund. Get William to Hawaii.
Don't you guys worry about me. I've got stuff that I'm doing, and I'm doing just fine.
He's doing just fine. He's making dank dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my friend, this has been an actual fucking pleasure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I have to get you back on soon. Soon. After COTS, right? After your vacation.
After COTS, after the vacation, after watching how things go down.
Yeah. And then we can just talk about it and be shocked that Vor repeat. It's going to happen.
We'll see.
I had to get the jab in right.
I think, well, I can't speak to the other regions. I can't speak to like EU, Russia, but I can tell you that 07 has definitely swallowed a good sizable piece of humble pie after last season, and we don't intend to make the same mistakes again.
Frightening words from William the Dank. 07 are actually back. They're hungry. They're like Rocky and Rocky 3,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know what's scarier, the idea that 07 can make mistakes, or the idea that we can come back even better.
Dude, I must admit, like a hungry 07 is kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. Cause like, you guys are already probably like the top 1%, right? So like, I saw
0.001%.
All right.
I don't know.
All right. That's just the bias coming back
man.
there, right?
Let's see. We got these bad boys over here.
No way. Dude. That's crazy.
And out of all of the teams on NA, we're the only ones who ever got them because they aren't giving them out anymore. And we got 2.
Dude. That's mental. I want to win a
let's
COTS
see.
now, and I want to convince Conway to give me one.
It was... They started doing medals, and they did medals for 2 seasons. Then they did a t-shirt, and we got the t-shirt too.
Oh my god. Do you sleep
And then
in
they
that
started
t-shirt?
doing money.
Do you sleep in that t-shirt? Don't lie to me.
I have worn it like once. I want to make sure it's in good condition forever.
I think you might be fibbing a little bit. Secretly, right?
I'm not.
When William's having a bad day, right, he puts on both his medals in his t-shirts and looks at himself in the mirror and goes, "It's okay. I did it. I did it."
I'll tell you what. If things go the way that I hope they're going to be going, I'll be putting it on again sometime around internationals.
Oh, look out.
Gonna have to show off a little bit.
Dude. So, right, I'm going to interview you again, and you're just going to be decked out in 07 paraphernalia. Beer goggles and everything.
07 paraphernalia?
Yeah. Oh,
This stuff? 07 paraphernalia?
Gosh, dude. You were so humble. You were humble for 54 minutes, and I was like really shocked.
You gotta let it out every once in a
Yeah,
while.
I can respect that though.
It's hard to hold it in that long.
Yeah, just secretly is like I'm the best in the fucking world.
That's right.
All right, my friend, it's been
But
a
no,
pleasure.
there's always more you can do,
Yeah, that's right. There's always more Kotses to win.
and
Kotses?
that's the important thing to remember.
Cots. I don't know. All right, my friend. I will let you go. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Hope
Guys,
to talk to you again.
I think William, do you have links to stuff that I can plug?
Mm, I mean, you could plug my Twitch channel, but I probably haven't streamed in like a year.
Guys, let's get William to like 100,000 with no streams. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right.
Just
Also,
follow or bot me.
guys,
Easy.
follow me. I do the thing. I'm not as good as William, but I stream as well. Check me out.
Yeah, this guy actually does things.
I do
Unlike
the
me.
thing. I do stuff. Right. Things is a bit out of my pay grade, but I do some stuff.
Well, he does stuff. I don't
Yeah.
do stuff anymore.
He moved on to better paying things.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Toodles.